Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Since in the previous meeting we have discussed about what cognitivism is and who is the scholar who initiate this theory, today we are going to continue our discussion into what are the stages of cognitive development. This is mistyping. So in the previous meeting, we have discussed the stages of thought, and in today's meeting, we are going to discuss about the stages of cognitive development itself. So I would like to start with there are actually 4 stages in cognitive development for every human being. The first one is sensory motor stage. It is from the word sensory and motor. Motor is related to something moving. So you have fine motor and gross motor, motorik halus and motorik kasar. So this is related to the way you move your motoric skills. And as what I've made it into bold is that this is the stage when a child is able to find objects that are hidden by invisible displacement. So in the range of 2 years old, from birth to 2 years old, a child can have this sort of development by which is the indicator is to find objects that are hidden by invisible displacement. That is why sometimes it is nice to play peekaboo with your nephew or your cousins or your sisters or brothers in this age. So around 1.5, a child is clearly developing in mental representation because they are able to see, to look at something. 2 years after birth, they are able to talk. So that's you. We can reflect to our own cognitive development what happened to us when we were birth until 2 years old. Some children have late development if they do not meet these all stages. Jadi kalau dalam satu stage itu mereka tidak memiliki perkembangan seperti indikator yang disampaikan Piaget, berarti ada late development atau immature development, jadi perkembangan yang belum matang. And it will result into something if it is not well solved. Jadi kalau belum matang di setiap stages perkembangannya, akan ada something happen ketika sudah besar. Atau kalaupun meet the indicators tapi terlambat, itu juga ada yang harus dilakukan ketika dia sudah dewasa. So first stage is sensory motor stage, okay? Okay, so finding hidden objects. You must be familiar with this kind of games, right? You have it a lot in the internet. So find a football among these pandas. Okay. In 1 second. Okay, here we go. This is the ball. All right, so the second stage is, okay, this is also hidden words. So hidden objects related to your life skills. As for the language development, you have words, hidden words, crosswords, something like that. Can you find those of 6 hidden words? Yeah, we have cow, we have wow, we have guitar, and then we have orange, we have Iowa, and I think we have one more. This one, love. Okay, so you may find it later, this kind of game. So if you're able to do this when you are now adult, means that your sensory motor state is mature, is well developed. Okay, so now the second one is pre-operational stage. It is among 2 to 7 years old. So the child during this stage are able to use symbols and language, but not yet to read a huge number of texts. So they can draw, they can right word, but not really in a context, and speak words, but something that is just for survival. Some children may have more development, progressive development, like in the age of 2 or 4, they have already been able to read books. Also, there are some children who can read books more than 7 years old. So that is because there is something that is not really mature or too mature. What makes them immature or mature, it depends on how the stimulus that are given by the external factors. Okay, remember that cognitivism is about the way we think as influenced by or as affected by our environment, by external factors. Okay, so in this stage, there are some obstacles which children are not really able to make something logical. Jadi kalau sampai usia sekarang you have great difficulties in making something logic, itu berarti your pre-operational stage is not really mature yet. Jadi kalau nulis paragraf kalimat 1 ke kalimat 2 itu kok nggak nyambung, kalau diajak ngobrol kok nggak nyambung, itu berarti you have problems with your logical thought, with the coherence, with the cohesion. Kalau kalian di writing itu bermasalah, kalau kalian di public speaking itu bermasalah, then you must have something during this stage gitu. So some some of key terms that happen during pre-operational stage. Jadi di masa ini, children have, kenapa kok logical reasoningnya itu nggak begitu bagus, belum begitu bagus, not well developed, is that because they have egocentrism, conservation, reversibility, and transformational reasoning. Artinya, di pre-operational stage itu, you have a huge egocentrism. You are focusing a lot to yourself. Ini yang dimaksud egocentrism. Thinks of one thing, yourself. Thinks of one thing, themselves gitu. Jadi you think that you are not part of other environment, you are not part of other human being. You are just you. So it will make you difficult to find logical thought or logical reasoning. Other than egocentrism is a centrism. Jadi tersentral. You are too focused on one thing. Some in adult world, it might be lead to what is called as fanaticism. So centrism is that there is a tendency to focus only on one aspect, but you cannot think wholefully. You cannot think in a greater scope. So that is what happened in pre-operational stage. Jadi kalau sampai sekarang logical reasoningnya masih belum bagus, ada possibility bahwa masih egosentris, masih centrism, masih maunya fokus ke satu hal aja yang disukain, yang lain enggak. Or conservation. Artinya, it's the understanding that the quantity stays the same even if you change the size, shape, and container it's in. Kayak kaku. Jadi konservatif itu kaku. If you happen to know that, ingat di assimilation kemarin, kalau bald, rambutnya di kiri kanan gondrong, itu clown. Kalau kalian konservatif, you will always think it is clown. Mau itu dikasih accommodation bahwa itu bukan clown, belum tentu itu clown, kalian nggak mau nerima gitu. Nah, di pre-operational stage ini terjadi. That is why logical reasoningnya masih susah, masih belum berkembang dengan baik. So how should we do as caregivers, parents, teachers during this pre-operational stage? We need to mature this development. Jadi di bagian ini tuh perkembangannya harus dimatangkan. Caranya ya, since they are still egocentric, they need to be exposed to those of problem solving activities, those of social skills gitu. Do you still remember when you were in 2 until 7 years old in your preschools, elementary schools? Did your teachers teach you this way? teach you how to make good choices, which one is bad and good choices, yeah, try to reflect. And then social skills, good and bad choices in school. So why do they use the word choices? Because if we are not exposed to activities how to make choices, we keep being someone dependent, as if something happen to us is given, not by our choices. Instead, what happened to us cannot be away from what we choose. Okay, so social skills 101 is how you make choices. So in your sleep, in your class, you make noise in the class, you help each other, ya you are cranky, merengek di kelas, and you throw your rubbish in the rubbish bin, itu semua choices gitu. Nah, untuk mematangkan pre-operational stage itu adalah dengan memperbanyak exposure di critical thinking, gimana membuat choices, dan social skills, how to make choices in a social circumstance gitu. Nah, juga mencoba mencari similarity sama differences. Oh, ini sama, ini beda. Jadi, in one picture, there might be something the same, there are also some differences gitu. Jadi, di sini kan ada yang sama, ada yang berbeda gitu. So, itu harusnya sudah matang di pre-operational stage. Next stage is concrete operation stage. Nah, ini 7 to 11 years old, dari anak-anak menuju remaja. Di sini, children sudah mulai bisa untuk membuat logical thought. Dengan catatan, pre-operational stage-nya sudah matang. Kalau masih belum matang, mereka nggak akan nyampe ke concrete operational stage, alias concrete operational stage-nya delayed, gitu. So, apalagi selain bisa logical thought-nya udah bagus, they can also manipulate the symbols gitu. Kalian udah mulai bisa untuk nulis dengan berbagai macam font gitu. Kalian menggambar kucing berkaki dua atau kucing dengan warna yang berbeda-beda. So not only use symbols but also manipulate symbols to solve problems. Kursi yang harusnya buat duduk kalian pakai untuk manjat biar bisa masang paku misalnya. Those are concrete operational stage. So in this stage also, there are children, they are able to develop to conserve number, liquid volume, udah mulai bisa melihat segala sesuatu sesuai konteks. Jadi sudah tidak konservatif lagi. See, di sini conservation means that the quantity remains the same, tuh kan? Nah, kalau sudah di concrete operational stage, konservatifnya sudah lama-lama akan fade, akan hilang gitu. Dan di stage ini udah bisa menyelesaikan basic arithmetic. Jadi untuk problem solving yang sederhana itu udah bisa. Nah, oke, so ini contohnya ya. Kalau untuk anak-anak, untuk children, sudah mulai bisa modifying symbols, bisa dengan fill in the blanks gitu model latihannya. This is sun, and then mop, rat. What about this? Okay, let's check it out. Ini juga kalau kalian sudah adult, ini juga problem solving ya. Ini sudah kompleks sekali. This is grammar. Ya, jadi kalau kalian masih merasa grammar itu susah, other than the vocabularies, karena kalian bukan native, ya berarti mungkin problem solving treatmentnya ketika pre-operational dan di stage yang konkret ini mungkin belum begitu matang. Seperti itu. So, next, the last one is formal operational stage. Nah, ini udah teenager sampai kita besar sekarang. Sampai kita sekarang lah, current situation. Nah, di stage ini, child construct reasoning and logic to solve all problems. Jadi, udah kompleks sekali pola pikirnya. Sudah sangat kompleks, artinya ketika menyelesaikan masalah itu tidak hanya, it's not only one solution. Ya, to solve a problems, we can do more than one solutions, and we construct all reasonings supaya permasalahan itu bisa terselesaikan. Ini di formal operational stage. This stage is what we usually call as sudah dewasa. Gitu. Jadi kalau kalian masih menemukan kalian sendiri atau teman-teman kalian sendiri kok belum nyampe sini ya, so there must be something that is still immature, entah di stage yang mana, apakah di pre-operational, sensory motor, atau di bagian concrete operational stage. Karena kalau sudah sampai sini harusnya sudah ya sudah jalan gitu, sudah jadi karakter. Nah, kita lihat contohnya seperti ini. Jadi kalau sudah mature, sudah sudah bisa menentukan bahwa one problem should not only solved by only one solution, itu you can find role plays that includes a lot of problems. Contohnya di sini, a woman and her little drafter are sitting next to you on board. Jadi pas di pesawat. The drafter doesn't leave you alone and is very annoying. Talk to her mother. Nah, ini kan you need to be brave, ya. You need to have a good control of your motor skill supaya nggak ngamuk gitu, nggak mukul. Gimana caranya ngomong secara diplomatis, how to speak to them in a soft and diplomatic way that you are now being annoyed by them, gitu. Jadi this sort of exercises and activities might be less to be found when we are in school. So that might be the cause of some issues that happen to our education system. Okay, so what is the implication of Piaget's cognitive theory? Jadi implikasinya apa sih? Ngapain sih kita belajar teori ini gitu? So implikasinya adalah satu, dengan adanya cognitive theory, cognitive development theory ini kita jadi satu, karena kognitif itu related to how to think sequentially, akhirnya kalau kita ngajar ya kita akan sequential gitu. Jadi nggak datang ke kelas, tiba-tiba kasih tugas, tiba-tiba ulangan nggak diberitahu. Kita akan mengajar dengan sangat sequential. These are very organized, careful organization of instructional material from simple to complex gitu. Terus kita kalau buat tugas juga memperhatikan cognitive task analysis. Ini terlalu susah nggak ya? Ini terlalu mudah nggak ya untuk siswa saya gitu. So kognitivis itu berpengaruh pada bagaimana kita ketika membuat RPP, bagaimana kita bikin materi, bagaimana kita ngajar. We will be careful and organized. Next one, nah, you must be familiar with this, right? You are currently with instructional design subjects, right? You are so familiar with Bloom's taxonomy. This is again cognitive process, cognitive development. Ini juga inspired by Piaget's cognitive development, dari simple ke kompleks, dari cuma ingat sampai bisa menciptakan sesuatu. Okay. Apalagi ya, implication for pedagogy is that akhirnya education itu punya goal. Nah, selama ini sebelum Piaget ini construct cognitive theory, kita kan adanya behavioris sama innatist gitu ya. Itu tuh apa gitu fungsinya untuk education gitu. Education ya udah pokoknya kalau behavioris itu ngajar dengan stimulus, kalau innatist itu ngajar dilepas aja gitu misalnya. But education jadi nggak ada goalnya, terus goalnya apa gitu. Nah, dengan cognitive development theory, education tuh jadi punya tujuan. Tujuannya apa? Tujuannya adalah supaya tiap anak itu has developed, ya, punya perkembangan gitu. Setiap anak itu ada perkembangan secara kognitif, artinya dia belajar. Jadi kalau seorang anak udah sekolah kok nggak ada perkembangan kognitif, berarti dia belum bisa disebut sebagai tidak bisa disebut belajar. They are not learning if they don't have certain development or a little bit development, ya mereka berarti they are not learning. Nah, ini juga merubah definisi tentang teaching. So far, teaching itu hanya transmitting information. Tuh, education transmission, bahwa teacher talks, supplying information aja, itu bukan cognitive development gitu. Karena ketika teacher only supplies information, instrument of assimilation, itu artinya berhenti di proses apa aja kemarin. Kemarin kan ada proses semata, assimilation, accommodation, terus baru internal processing. Nah, kalau teacher hanya menyampaikan materi, bahkan hanya menyampaikan informasi, artinya it will stop only in assimilation gitu. Di sematanya itu hanya proses asimilasi aja. Bayangkan itu nanti akan membuat proses pre-operational stage-nya jadi tidak matang karena tidak dilatih untuk berpikir logis gitu. Dilatihnya hanya untuk menerima informasi aja gitu. So, melalui cognitivist theory, Piaget itu proposing bahwa when you're teaching, you must include your students in their internal processing. Jadi harus sampai 4 tahap itu. Harus ada accommodation, harus ada internal processing. Dari yang tadinya kaku sampai bisa jadi lebih fleksibel. Nah, caranya adalah dengan more active learning gitu. Nah, so itulah kognitivis ya. Nah, untuk discussion, okay, take a look at the picture. Ini ada gambar dari Agus Prasetyo. Okay, these are the phenomena that happen in Indonesian schools. Ya, dimanapun di Indonesia selalu ada. Jadi, whenever I visited my pre-service teachers, when they have teaching practice, I will always find 1 to 2 students yang tidur di kelas. It is not merely because the school is has certain condition. No, it happens in all types of schools. Even the schools who are numbered as famous and diligent students were there. Ya, jadi you can answer in the comment box. Take a look at the picture. You have 3 questions to answer. First, why is this happen? Why is this happen? And then the second one, which part of cognitive development stages yang nggak mature? Ketika ini terjadi tuh stages apa yang nggak mature? Yang ketiga, what should we do as educational practitioners ketika kita menghadapi kasus fenomena seperti ini? Okay, I think that's all for today. Good luck!